Now, everyone I know has heard or is aware about intermittent fasting, but how do you do it the right way? Well, this is what most people don't know. So, what should you eat? Do you need to skip breakfast? What if I'm working late at night? Or for how long should I be doing it? And who shouldn't be doing it? Well, I'll be covering everything in this video. Welcome to the 16 by 8 intermittent fasting. It is simple, it's science backed, and it is shockingly flexible. But before you romanticize it, we need to talk about the real benefits, the real risk, and how to actually do it right. Especially if you are active or for your weight loss, you're struggling with sugar cravings, or you're just trying to live a more mindful or a disease free life. So, let's get started. Okay, here is a simple breakdown. Now, you fast for 16 hours and you eat within the 8-hour window. That's it. We all know it, and that's literally what the 16 by 8 intermittent fasting is. But the question is that why does it work? When you are constantly grazing or just think you're snacking every 2 to 3 hours, your insulin is constantly elevated, and this makes it harder to burn fat. And fasting gives your insulin levels time to drop, allowing your body to switch from storing fat to burning it. And during this fasting window, things like your water, black coffee, green tea, and other zero calorie drinks are fine. And during the 8-hour window of eating, you ideally eat nourishing whole foods that fuel and support your metabolic health. Now, here are some examples of eating windows and timing. Now, you choose your window based on your lifestyle, but why does the timing matter at all? Because our bodies follow a circadian rhythm. And eating in sync with that rhythm helps hormones like your insulin, your cortisol, even melatonin stay in balance. The popular 8-hour eating windows, one is the 12 p.m. to 8 p.m., which is the most common, where you skip breakfast, eat lunch, dinner, and your snacks. Then you also have the 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., which is good if you're an early riser. Then you also have a 2 p.m. to 10 p.m., which works great if you're someone who sleeps late. But if you're someone who does a night shift, well, no worries, you can just flip it. So you can do a 12 a.m. to 8 a.m. What matters the most is consistency and not perfection. The best, in my opinion, is the one that aligns with the circadian rhythm or with the sun. Now, why do people start? Now, here's why most people start your intermittent fasting and also why it might help. One is I can't stop snacking late at night. Now, fasting gives you a hard stop, and that habit of eating chips at midnight, trust me, it's gone. I hate counting calories. It's good because you don't have to. Now, this time restriction naturally reduces your food intake without you obsessively having to log your meals in your apps or write it down. My energy crashes all the time. Now, fasting stabilizes your insulin, preventing those sugar crashes and your brain fog. What if I wake up bloated? Now, when you give your gut a long break from digestion, it can improve your gut motility, reduce bloating, and also support with your gut healing. Nothing seems to work for my weight. Now, if you've tried everything else, this is simple, low effort thing that you can do that could flip that metabolic switch literally. Now, also, let's get into the juicy benefits of it. Firstly, weight loss without counting every calorie. Now, one review across 13 studies showed that 11 of them reported statistically significant weight loss. So you eat less, not by force, but by structure. Number two is lower the insulin, better the fat burn. Now, fasting reduces fasting insulin levels, and your insulin is your fat storage hormone. Lower the insulin, and your body taps into stored fat more easily. Number three is improved blood sugar control. Now, studies show that intermittent fasting can reduce sugar and insulin resistance, especially for people with PCOS, diabetes, or metabolic syndrome. This can be huge. Number four is reduced inflammation and oxidative stress. Now, some research suggests that fasting reduces markers of inflammation and also oxidative stress, which are two major drivers of chronic diseases. So, this goes down and it helps you from all those future problems. Now, number five is better brain function and focus. Now, when you're not digesting all the time, blood flow and energy goes to your brain, and many people have reported improved clarity and even mental energy. Number six is improved digestion and bloating. Now, fasting gives your gut time to rest. That means reduced bloating, better regularity, and potentially better microbiome diversity. Number seven is longevity potential. Now, early studies on time restricted eating show it may support autophagy, which is your body's cellular cleanup process. Now, this is linked to healthy aging of cells and also disease prevention. But why doesn't it work for everyone? Well, let's keep it real. Firstly, now if you get hangry all the time, which is you're hungry and angry together, that's your blood sugar dysregulation talking. Now, it gets better with consistency and also because you're so used to dumping your body with a lot of food, and any new change will take some time to adjust. So, just be consistent and stay hydrated. Electrolytes also help. Now, I just end up binge eating after fasting. Now, you're probably undernourishing, so fasting is not just about a food game, it's also a mind game. Undoing habits also take time. And one more very important thing is that you need to eat high quality protein, fats, and fiber rich carbs during your eating window. Be more mindful while eating, not greedy, but more mindful. So eat the food that nourishes you and not the crappy food. My period just got weird. Now, women's hormones are more sensitive to energy restriction, and if your cycle gets affected, scale back. Try the 12 is to 12 fasting instead of the 16 by 8, which is fast for 12 hours and eat for 12. I don't lose weight even when fasting. Fasting isn't a free pass to overeat. If you're still going to consume ultra processed, calorie dense foods or that junk food, your results might stall. And the idea of fasting again is to eat good food when your eating window is open and not just go crazy and eat all the crappy food. And what happens with most people is that they end up grabbing anything in sight when they just finish their fast. Your mind will play with you, which is why you need to train your mind also towards it. Now, what to eat and why does it matter more than you think? Well, your results will come down to how you eat, not just when. So, focus on nutrient dense meals like your breakfast. If you're breaking your fast at noon, then chia pudding with almond milk, flax seeds, fruit, and even nut butters. Lunch could be your rice, roti, sauteed vegetables, protein rich food. If you're having snacks, roasted makhana, you can have herbal tea or any protein smoothie. For dinner, you can have stir fried tofu, or you can just have some vegetables or brown rice or just soup. So, hydration is also very critical. So, drink water throughout the fast. Herbal teas, this also helps. And the things that you should avoid are your sugary drinks, your packet snacks, your refined carbs, especially the white bread biscuits. Avoid them all. Fried junk or anything that comes in a packet, that is junk. And just in case you think why, because these spike insulin, they mess with your hunger signals and they break your metabolic rhythm. Now, here's how you start even if you're busy. First is to start slow. Don't be that guy who goes to the gym on day one and runs for hours and then works out like crazy, and then for the rest of the week, you don't see him in the gym. Slow and steady is the name of the game. So try this intermittent fasting like once a week and then make it twice a week. Pick a consistent window that will fit your routine. So 12 to 8 p.m. or whichever works according to you. Next is don't overthink it, just try it. Also, with that, track your sleep, your cravings, and even your energy because it helps you fine tune your schedule. Now, when to skip your intermittent fasting or who shouldn't do it. Now, this isn't for everyone. You should avoid the 16 by 8 or do it only with medical guidance, especially if you are pregnant, breastfeeding, or TTC, you are underweight or healing from an eating disorder, you are on medications that require food, you've got adrenal fatigue or chronic burnout, or if you are a teenager and you're still growing. Now, you have to understand that this is a tool and it's not a fix. Fasting doesn't replace nutrient dense eating, sleep, movement, and even your stress management. Yes, it's a powerful tool, but it's not the whole solution, and you don't have to do it every day. Some people do it 3 times a week, others use it during travel or after holidays to reset. So do it according to how it suits you. Now, here are some tips from my experience. Firstly, have electrolytes like your coconut water or salt with lemon water because this helps you curb your headaches. And I also have a short video which explains why you get headaches, and it might enlighten you on headaches in case you want to see it. Next is break your fast with protein and fat and not sugar. Avoid those sugary foods or that snacks, especially if you are breaking a fast. Don't punish yourself if you break the fast early. Know that you are human, mistakes happen, so you can always do it better next time. Avoid high intensity workouts when fully fasted unless you are used to it. Now, if you drink coffee, pair it with some healthy fats like coconut oil or almond butter. this is just to ease your cortisol spike. Now, at the end of the day, this 16 by 8 fasting is not just only for weight loss, it's about you reclaiming your rhythm with this world that's abundant with food and a lot of diseases. It's also about helping your body heal and not constantly snacking like a cow. It's about letting your body reset, repair, and even feel like it's come back again to life. Now, not everyone needs it, but for many, it's quite something that they need to maybe reset their system. And if you've tried it already, let me know what has worked and what didn't. And if you're still skeptical, that's fair too. This isn't about hype, and it's not something you need to try if something else is already working out for you. This is about options and understanding about healing. And I will see you in the next video. And until we meet again next, don't stress and be awesome. Russia that.